Global Gardener in Ciudad de Mexico, CDMX, Mexico City, 2021, mid-January, June already, no, January. This is one of my favorite cities in the world, and this is like the Central Park area, Bosque, I already forgot, Bosque something, but one of the reasons it's my favorite park in the world is because they don't do anything small here. Everything is just grand scale, massive. Particularly this fountain that just goes on and on and on down to a museum. Here is the map of it. We were just here and it goes all the way down there. There's various things also featured on this map. And it's okay, Bosque de Chapultepec. Chapultepec is the Bosque is forest, and it's very forested. And it's pretty much the central park of Ciudad de Mexico, Bosque de Chapultepec. And the Fuente fountain. Fuente is also a source. Fountain is Nezahualcóyotl. Nezahualcóyotl is this fountain. Bit of a mouthful for an English speaker, a native English speaker. Working on my Spanish, but some of these are mixed with native words, so it's a bit different. It's not actually Spanish at all. Just amazing art all over the city, sculptural. You may not know, this is interesting, the birthplace of like murals and graffiti and street art is Mexico, and I believe Mexico City, and possibly going on 100 years ago now, when somebody was doing art and was contracted to do art on buildings, and since then it's become a worldwide phenomenon with, you know, famous artists that don't want to be in museums, like, you know who I'm talking about. The person, they're not sure if it's a male or female because they remain anonymous. Just showing how far this fountain goes on forever. We're like halfway through it maybe. And then there's other fantastic features, a dry creek bed and these Akuba Bears Breach throughout the forest, and then these ones, I'm blanking on their name too. Sculptural features, more fountain. Oh, here is these like snail traps, snail farms. Agapanthus. I got it. I got one. A bit slow on the draw today. Long flight last night. But really enjoying this fountain. There must be a lot of pumps to move all that water through all those orifices. Toot. And the stonework, it's like building a street. And then to keep it running is also a hell of a feature. The water's a little bit green, but there's no plants or fish to mess it up. Just people, probably. So here we are at it just sort of unceremoniously concludes, although this is kind of ceremonious, not in a water feature kind of way, but big dude here from way back, just freaking enormous scale stuff. I'm looking for a placard. I was just in Oaxaca City, and one of my other favorite places, and it had most of the sculptures were just there, and you're either supposed to like know or care or something, but the number of placards were very, very limited. Although I did encounter one for Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, the originator of homeopathy. That was fascinating. That and I probably should have done a video on that. That Mexico authorized homeopathy and formalized a training school and parameters. 1895. The sculpture monument was actually from 1995, a 100-year celebration of Hahnemann and homeopathy in Mexico, which, like, the United States is like so far behind. We're just like trying to ban it and trying to do all this crazy stuff instead of embracing, well, here's another healing mode. I'm not sure what all that says. And there's people there, and it's COVID time, so I'm not going too close to folkies. I'm gonna go up here where this guy is, and I don't know if I can get over the other side, but we're gonna find out because I want to see the top of the fountain. Ah, there are stairs on the other side that we can stare at. And there's this just monumental stone sculptural piece, and see, I scared the guy away because it's COVID times and nobody wants to be anywhere near each other. There goes, he's off to exercising more in the central park of Ciudad de Mexico. And here's how long, it's sort of like an aqueducto, but they got a major pipe running through there and some kind of valve system, and then flexible tubing just pipe clamped on to go to each and every, but that supply line gets to all those orifici along the way. And the back side is just flat cement, and then there's some curious what's going on there. Looks like maybe an electrical line and conduit. But there they go, just manually doing cement on plywood out of bags. Or sand. Just making up what they're doing, I don't actually know. That's what it looks like from here. But look at this freaking fountain, huh? Like, if you can do something, don't do it small, do the whole freaking thing, right? Beautiful. And it's just one small feature of this gigantic park. I want to like compare it to a fountain in Central Park, but I haven't seen one at this scale. That's why this is one of my absolute favorite cities in the world. There's also a lake here that I just passed by where there's a CDMX, selfie sign. Was paddle boat, are those paddle boats? What do you call those? With the, like a bicycle, you pedal boat? I don't know. Different boats you can rent and scoot around the lake that the bridge goes over. Anyway, I highly recommend all of this loveliness. And then the whole way walking through here into the park, there's just vendors with like incredible food and all kinds of silly toys and just amazing stuff. Whirling over that beautiful chunk of wood. And then there's like dirt paths off into miles of the Bosque. And here's that bear's breach. The flowers. They look fairly newly planted. I was going to say they need more water, but they get thicker further out, which I think those have been there longer. Clivia, I'm remembering. these orange flowers with the grass-like sort of monocot thing going on. Clivia, livia, some people might say. Here they're getting nice and lush. What kind of trees are out here? Here's the flowers. They're a nice color. These actually grow in northern climates too, quite well. This is a privet. That's like a weed tree. Birds and squirrels drop those seeds everywhere and they just become weedy trees. What else we got in here? There's a lot of those actually. Yeah, I'm not seeing too much else. Oh, there's like a ash. I think it's dead though. There's no leaves on it. Yeah, it'd be nice to have more of a botanic guide to this garden. Some names of the trees. I think they're a little bit different than what I'm used to. Whoa, watch out, there's steps there. Big park, looking up instead of down. They're still, I walked back along the fountain because I want to show you the end up at this incredible, here's the Muerte de Nezahualcóyotl. There's a depiction of let's see, I'm trying to zoom in. I guess I was already zoomed in. Not sure the story behind that. It'd be nice to have a little more of a written write-up, but it might be more of a oral tradition kind of deal. Actually, the freaking museum here is unbelievable, gigantically huge, and goes through all kinds of history, including each and every native group. So definitely go to the giant museum here. And here we are at the beginning point and the ending point. And so it's been a pleasure of mine. Thanks for coming along. See you in another video.